The independent AM Neil McAvoy, who was expelled, you may remember, from Plaid Cymru, is going to launch a new party. It'll be called the Welsh National Party. There's no doubt he's controversial. Suspensions, expulsions, legal battles with party leaders and council leaders, as well as officials and civil servants. So is this a last-ditch attempt from a controversial politician? Or could it be the start of serious change in our politics? It's fair to say Neil McAvoy divides opinion. At this Plaid Cymru conference in 2017, he was welcomed like a hero and nearly banned from speaking. He was eventually expelled from Plaid. He was suspended as a Cardiff councillor over bullying allegations. When still in Plaid, he launched a pressure group called Propel. Now he's launching the Welsh National Party. I asked him if that name had echoes of the far-right British National Party.
I don't think it does really. I think once we get up and running, you will see the diversity of the membership, and we're a party that wants to represent the whole of Wales. It doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter whether you're black, brown, white, you're welcome in the Welsh National Party.
Is it a nationalist party then, in the same way that Plaid Cymru is?
We're a sovereignist party, and what we want to see is a sovereign Wales.
Is that different to independence?
Effectively the same. But what we see, it's a whole picture really. Individual sovereignty. People in Wales are far too dominated by the state in terms of housing, children's services. We want community sovereignty with referenda so that things like the Cardiff Local Development Plan and others do not go forward if the local communities say no. And of course national sovereignty. We need Wales to stand on its own 2 feet and be the country we can be.
Would it be a party of the left or the right?
We're sovereignists, so I think some things people may see as being left, people may see as being right. What we want to do is empower people, empower communities and empower Wales as a country and achieve our potential.
How many candidates would you expect to field next year?
Well, we're not going to rule anything in and anything out at the moment. What we're doing, we're launching on the 3rd of April. We only went live really on the weekend. Tremendous interest already.
You'd expect to stand though, I assume?
Of course, yeah.
In Cardiff West?
I'll be challenging the First Minister. Yeah.
What about on the list as well? The rules say you could do that. Would you do that too?
It depends on what party members want me to do.
In his old party, he was first booted out of the Assembly group, then expelled from Plaid Cymru itself. But he rejects my suggestion that he's the problem.
Well, if you look at my track record, what I've always done is team build and build multiple teams across Cardiff, and we've increased turnout continuously in elections.
True, but you've also fallen out with, but you were expelled from Plaid Cymru, you fell out with Labour prior to that. Well, so that's why some people could say you're not a team player. The
reality is what I want is change, and what was shocking for me was to be elected to a group in the Assembly that really was comfortable with the status quo. I'm not comfortable with the status quo. People out there are not comfortable with the status quo. We want change.
He's been involved in a number of controversies, such as when his covert recordings of the Standards Commissioner led to a resignation and a police inquiry. If there are people who like the idea of it but are put off by you and worried that it's just going to be hijacked by those controversies that you've been so involved in.
I think where we're at is I bump up against the Welsh establishment because I stand for and represent and give voice to people who don't have a voice, the marginalised, the people being unfairly evicted, people being treated disgracefully by children's service departments, and I'm going to continue to stand up for those people, and that's what the Welsh National Party is about. So
they may want change, but they don't want to be making trouble for the sake of it. They don't want you to be there, or they don't want to take part in the party if you're going to be like the Welsh George Galloway.
I don't see that at all. What people will get with us are sensible, measured policies to change Wales. There's no reason why people should be homeless. There's no reason why young people shouldn't be able to buy houses. There's no reason that A&E should be rammed every single night. What we want to do is bring solutions.
And finally, do you expect personally to be back in the Assembly in 2021?
It's up to the people of Cardiff West.
Neil McAvoy, thank you very much.
Diolch yn fawr.